Beyond Lennon. And Heskey's away here, and it's in from Cottee. And Leicester's in-form strikers combine. And Cottee makes it 5 goals in 5 games. Tony Cottee is enjoying a new lease of life at Leicester. The big man Heskey found the little man Cottee. And it's Leicester City 1, Liverpool 0. Copy. Is it? He was caught late there, Muzzy, is it? As he went to pick out Stuart Wilson. And it was McAteer who caught him, and that's a second yellow card for Jason McAteer. And he is sent off. And this is why. Late challenge on, is it? Heskey. Here's Guppy. Across towards the near post, where Cottee so nearly claimed his second of the game and wonders how it stayed out. Well, this is how it stayed out. Guppy centre, and it actually hit the flailing leg of David James.
I think Cottee is defying everything now at the moment. We took him last year. We kept saying that we pulled him out of the quagmire when he was in Malaysia, just going through the motions. And we paid £500,000 for him because he might do something, might help in the squad. I'm sure he never thought he was going to play the number of games that he did do. He started every single match this season, and his work rate for a man who's well, he could be pensionable age, very, very soon. It's terrific. And Tony himself thinks it's possibly, in terms of his overall game, coming off players and trying to hold the ball up, it's the best he's ever done. And of course he's weighing in with goals. So I can't pay him any higher compliment than that.
Thinking about the goal itself, I think you would readily admit a lot of credit went to Emil Heskey.
Yeah, there wasn't much for me to do apart from head it in, but I mean, he'd done fantastic. Harry managed to chip the goalkeeper, I don't know, but obviously I had to be in the right place at the right time, but the main thing was Emil done all the work.
Manchester United, let's get back to Rob Palmer.
Cole as well to turn. Looks for Scholes. Plays it into York. Oh, great save, but not enough. Dwight York follows up, and he scored again. Well, nobody realised that Dwight York was such a prolific scorer when Alex Ferguson paid so much money to sign him from Aston Villa, but he has an incredible instinct. The goal made by a combination of Cole and Scholes. York not the first time, but he rebounded with his 8th goal as a Manchester United player. And selfish work by Scholes to lay on Dwight York, the old 1-2. Blomqvist turns Cadamatri with ease. He wasn't aiming for Beckham, but not a bad man to find the ball. Great ball from Beckham, and, well, combination of Everton players combined, and it's a goal. Unbelievable. Goodison Park cannot believe it. Well, the most ungainly of collisions at the far post. There was a delay. Nobody could quite believe the ball had gone into the net. Well, a dramatic own goal from Craig Short. Watson and Short went for the ball, and it was a comedy of errors. What an incredible goal. The whole of Goodison was silenced. The ball ended up in the net, and nobody could quite believe that Everton had allowed it to slip through like that. Well, as soon as that goal was scored, the Everton backroom staff were crying for Walter Smith to come down to the dugout. There could be more danger here as Cole turns. He still gets in the shot. Mr. Jones, the referee, decides free kick is suffice. Now, this is where Everton are at their most dangerous, with Unsworth and Materazzi and Ferguson and Short, all 6 foot plus. Up it goes, Ferguson's there! Now Everton stand a chance. A classic Everton goal, a classic Duncan Ferguson goal. One-dimensional, but it does work. Well, there was nothing flamboyant about it. Into the area, and the strongest man won the challenge. And it needs some strength to hold off Roy Keane, the man assigned to marking Duncan Ferguson. Shrugged him aside. Few players do that. Everton backing with a chance. Duncan Ferguson 1, Manchester United 2. Side are having the better of the play in the second half. And Manchester United have a player extra in attack here. It's Blomqvist. Now Cole. No mistaking Andy Cole. That's why they pay him so much. And this season he is proving to be absolutely lethal. A dagger to the heart of Everton. Deft little touch from Blomqvist. Cole doesn't have to think about situations like that. A tremendous goal. A typical Andy Cole goal. Manchester United 3-1 up. And surely it's too far now for Everton to chase the game. To York. He slips, but he still has enough time to get the ball to Blomqvist. Goals down. He came down, was called for in the first half, and again I've asked him to come down and orchestrate things at touchline level. Heads up. And to Collins, who completely missed kicks. Beckham gets the ball to Keane. Now they have 2 spare men, Manchester United. Beckham plays it to Blomqvist. Surely it's going to score United's 4th. Great save. Not enough. 4-1 Manchester United. They're rampant. A moment which means an awful lot to Jesper Blomqvist. His first goal as a Manchester United player. Myra, again, unfortunate that he made a good save. And for the second time in the game, he rebounded to a Manchester United player. And for the 4th time in the game, Manchester United score. Manchester United, summer signing, scores his first goal. Poor old Thomas Myra was left with 3 Manchester United players bearing down and in no protection at all. Blomqvist.
But they've got a chance here, headed away by Keown. Now a chance for Arsenal to break. This is Mark Overmars racing over halfway. Coventry players trying to get back. Great play by Mark Overmars. It's got to be Anelka. And Arsenal take the lead. The goal's Anelka's, but it's a creation of the Dutchman, Mark Overmars. Real pace and directness. Anelka celebrates his 6th of the season and his 4th in successive league games. And Arsenal sneak ahead. The clearance from their own penalty area. The head was down from Overmars. He was just aware of what was going on around him, but opted to shoot. It was simple for Nicholas Anelka. And Coventry's miserable week is it set to continue. McAllister towards Froggatt.
Sheffield Wednesday. Here's reporter Ian Bolton.
It was billed as a family day. The Hillsborough crowd was boosted by 10,000. The club had given tickets away to schools and junior football clubs in the hope of encouraging them to return for future matches. Sadly, from the club's point of view, they didn't see any goals. And the full-time whistle was greeted by boos and jeers. The message to the fans from the Wednesday boss, though, was stick with us.
Bottom line is here, if you can't win the game, obviously don't lose it. But from our point of view, we've got to accumulate as many points as we can as quickly as possible. You know, it's obviously you want to do it with flair. It's not always possible to do it with flair, but I hope that they'll keep sticking in with us and have the patience that we have.
The harsh reality, though, is that Wednesday have now gone 4 games, that's 6 hours, without scoring. Danny Sonner's deflected shot was held by keeper Paul Jones. It was Southampton who had the better first-half opportunities. From Stuart Ripley's cross, Wayne Bridge tried a cheeky backheel that had Kevin Pressman scampering. And they should perhaps have been in front in first-half injury time. Egil Ostenstadt raced onto Matt Letizier's through ball, but somehow Andy Hinchcliffe tackled back to deny the Southampton striker.
If you're going to want anybody in that situation, you know, you want Egil. Put him in, you know, the top 6 in the country of finishers, and he'll get another position and he'll do it again. And the hard bit is getting him into the areas. He's still getting there, so that makes our job a little bit easier. What we've got to do now is just get him to finish.
In the second half, Wednesday had the better of things, but once again struggled to find the target. Wim Jonk, though, went close with this long-range effort, just inches wide of the post. They also had a claim for a penalty. Andy Booth's header struck Ken Moncow on the hand, but it wasn't given by the referee. The crowd were becoming ever anxious, but Wednesday might have had an injury-time winner. Booth, though, shot straight at Jones. But they're struggling to create enough chances up front.
It'll come. It's like anything, you know. It's goals have a funny way of coming back into show, and I think with the strikers, one of somebody's hero will be quite happy, and then the floodgates will open.
It's, what, 4 games now without a goal. I mean,
yeah.
that must be a concern to you. It's certainly a concern to the crowd.
Yeah, of course it is. Listen, I want to see goals. You know, there's nothing more than me wants to see goals. But sometimes it's that little bit of frustration that sets in as well, like, and that anxiety, you know, that the crowd possibly have reflects on the players as well, and, you know, they get uptight, and possibly when a touch, you know, isn't necessary, they have an extra touch and the chance is gone. You know, and that's the case at the moment. But what we will do, we'll just keep persevering.
We've kept a clean sheet, which we haven't done all season. We've worked really hard and created a lot of chances away from home. So we've done all right.
Is this a difficult time for you?
I think managing of a football club is always a difficult time because you never have it easy, do you? But it's just one of those things you just get on with. You know, you can't let it affect your approach to the game. You can't let it affect. You try not to let it affect the confidence of yourself or the players. You know, we just got to get through it, battle through it, because it's got a funny way of changing around in a very short space of time in football.
Just over 30,000 were at Hillsborough. Many left disappointed.